Hi guys. So that's me, Heike Stenzel, founder from Angel Beyond. Why I'm here on this channel on YouTube today is I love to share my beautiful mystical experience. And if you are like me, I love to tune in to watch and tap into people's sharing for testimonials, sharing a mystical experience. And this is linking to the two progressive workshops done by Dr. Joe Dispenza this year in February in Basel, which I was part of the two progressives as a volunteer. And I'm very grateful, very happy, and filled with so much light and love. So I'm sharing my experience with the first round of the progressive workshop. And if my voice goes off a little, it's still not healed so much because I experienced after the workshop like so-called biochemical upgrade people can experience after such intense work. Even it's just a workshop of 3 days or 2.5 days can be very powerful, especially who you were there, 8,000 people, but more out than 8,000 people meditating together is really consciously lifting up the frequency into a higher spectrum. So after I returned back from that two progressive, sorry guys, I was completely fine Monday evening, and then on next day, Tuesday, I was straight flat in the bed with a flu and upgrade, a so-called biochemical upgrade in my physical body and energetical body. And I saw the blueprint of my etheric body and the cells upgrading in a shiny light. Um, this was a part of it. And while still recovering kind of with a voice, and I heard recently a lot of people experience the throat chakra clearing, upgrading. And it's like standing for the truth, communicating from the heart. And this is what I love to do. Just to share my experience with so much love that I experienced throughout this mystical experience. So that was the first progressive Tuesday. It started Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I think the worst on Wednesday. So we did the intense, beautiful work with breathing, and that already, since I practice this techniques a long time, it brings you already in a high experience, elevated state, or shifting from the 3D consciousness into higher frequencies up to a dimensional alignment with the divine and other outer multidimensional beings. So there we are, or there where I was sitting on a chair on the balcony where the volunteers were sitting, and with eyes closed, and I normally have my mask on here. Look at this beautiful mask I use, and it's a beautiful mask, not making like marketing. It's just like what I love, and I bought on the workshop from the inner science by signing in donation wise. So there we are at breathing with contracting the perineum and pushing the belly button towards the spine, and it's already sometimes quickly when I tune in, just hearing the voice of Dr. Joe, a sound, some music, my body starts running energy, a current. So I was starting feeling the vibration coming up as if the whole floor was rocking. It's a frequency, it's a vibration. So not physically, but in an energetical matter of way. So it started pulsing up from my root, from my bottom of my feet, gently first. I thought that's fine. I can feel it. I'm grounding and connecting to Mother Earth as well. And then this current started to shift in a very amazing, really drastic way, as someone is plugging me in an electrical socket. It was a running through electrical body, light body, and the pulsing got so strong I was really vibrating. Sometimes, last time I remember my chair. I was rocking so much, my chair was moving forward and backward. I was kind of scared, maybe pushed down with that, my experience, but I was really a little bit concerned of I fall off, that this can happen. And this time it was more like a straight alignment and not rocking forward and backward. Even my body was moving, but it was more like I was sitting in an escalator, and this escalator takes up such a light speed that I wasn't able to control it. And it's not that you should control it, because allowing the frequency, the energy to run through your body is very important to shift blocked energy, to shift memories or stored messages from your body, especially the three first energy centers that may stand for survival, first, second, and third energy center. So I was really rocking there, and it got faster and faster, vibrating higher and higher. And I was really, it was really intense, I have to say. And after the whole breathing, I was kind of as if I have done a workout from 2 or 3 hours running. I was kind of flat, kind of. Even my energy was high. But it's just like to share, if you experience something similar, don't get scared or try to get out of it. Just surrender and trust as it happens for you in this momentum, because you're ready and your soul is ready to experience this as a personality in your physical body here on planet Earth. After that, I am completely fine. So I have had my eyes closed still, of course, because we were moving slightly nicely into this meditation, and I have set intention to remove some limiting beliefs, listening to the guidance from Dr. Joe, and the music and the sound, which is really like binaural sound. It's like a vibration itself that tunes up your pineal gland, and this is like an antenna. And then it was just beautiful. My third eye popped open wide, and then I saw the whole St. Jakob's Hall transforming. So it wasn't that it was happening in the 3D world, the physical body, physical matter, but that I was consciously, my light body soul was up, leveling, elevating higher and higher and higher. And then I saw this beautiful, beautiful holographic field, and in this amazing white light spectrum holographic field, like a grid work. It was huge. It was like on a kind of platform, and it filled out the whole St. Jakob's Hall with all the people in it. And it didn't stop there. After this grid work, or in this mystical experience, I experienced that the higher dimensional beings, I call them the great ones, and they like come from a higher consciousness, a higher plane, and they are observing. And I was in this frequency, which was so beautiful. And then on my right side, across the hall, I saw these beautiful light, pillars of light, this consciousness of this multidimensional beings, light beings, and they were also on the left side and in front at the stage area. And I felt very strongly a few standing behind me, like one behind me, but as well as on other people's backside. And the amount of light and love I felt coming from my heart center, from the backside, through my whole body system, was beautiful, like showering in this amazing light and consciousness. Truly a beautiful experience, but it didn't stop there. It was really like I'm lifted up higher than I was in kind of the cosmos, and there was like this light dome, huge, a huge platform. While I still continued to hear the sound of the music, I was with my consciousness in a different plane of existence beyond 3D reality. And I have to say, it's a reality that exists if you allow yourself to tap into it. No expectations, just allow this process. So I was in this stone platform, and it was like I was just looking down onto Earth from the cosmos, and these beings, they were there, present, and they observed us here down on 3D planet, but even we shifted for sure into the fourth and fifth dimension. And they were there completely holding the space in the light of this beautiful grid work with this consciousness observing what we do here as human beings on Earth, ready to step forward into the new world, into a higher consciousness and empowerment. And I truly was mesmerized and filled. If I close my eyes, guys, you can do that as well. Maybe you can pick up on the frequency or that energy that I experienced. It was really stillness, and then the sound vibrations absorbing my whole body, my whole physical body. And these light beings, it didn't stop there. Like they were standing there, like bringing and transferring energy in there. And then suddenly, I haven't experienced this being sitting in front of me, maybe half a meter, maybe even closer, just present and just looking at me. And I was looking at this presence, which looked, not human-like, not angel-like, um, extraterrestrial, but being interested in what we do there in this meditation. And the eyes were mm, like a geometrical pattern fragments, and I can't say like a bee or something, but with a consciousness of knowingness. And I felt very whole and accepted in the way who I am at that time, right now, compared to other light experience, or like at the same time with this amazing, beautiful light being sending sending love into this field of the stadium and to people. I didn't stop there. Even so, there were like angelic voices coming from a presence of divine, and it linked into something that was still stored in my subconscious mind, um, more maybe like a pattern of, not sure, victim, like being like a victim and asking myself, I heard this always, why, why me, why me, why me? And then it was shifting and merging with this frequency of the sound emanating in this meditation, and a female voice like supporting of a change in my structure, in my soul on this time moment. There were so many other aspects which they vanish at a point when you come back and you don't write it down or record it, but it's still there subconsciously. And I fascinating. There was also like different kind of colors of light. That's a frequency. And at one part, I saw this huge etherical spaceship arriving. Not 3D, but in that dimension I was there. It was huge, huge, huge. I can't describe the size. It was spherical, but there were little electrical nodes like whitish light coming out, and then I experienced the Pleiadians with their beautiful wisdom of changing, that we are changing, and that the energy on Earth is changing. Higher frequencies come in, and it's wisely a good good thing to practice, continue the meditations. Breathing is very important to lift us up. There we go again. Sorry, guys. Anyhow, yeah, I wish now maybe you have experienced something there as well, like me. And I love to hear that if you were at the Progressive in Basel or even like in LA. I really enjoyed this experience. And I was full, I was whole, I was filled with so much light and love. My whole cells were vibrating to the alignment of the divine. And I feel very touched. I mean, I have many, many mystical experiences. Just share this recent one and the power of who we are, to remember who we are, and with tapping into that work. If it's with Dr. Joe Dispenza, he's amazing, bringing people to this consciousness and awareness that we are creators. And I love to end this sharing. And yes, please like, share, comment from your heart with kindness. This is I'm here, sharing my experience in that space that I am, in a vulnerable place, from the heart open, with love and light and the wisdom that carries me along to continue my work. And at the end, I just want to share, to bring my word out as well, which I have to do, which I was told to share my work. I do soul readings, and that is like working with people who are in the change, who are experiencing challenges, maybe confused or whatever they experience. And I work with people from all around the world on Zoom and face to face. Zoom is an amazing place to connect. And at recording, I will record the soul reading so you don't have to write down. You can be completely present in the session that lasts about 45 minutes or sometimes longer, as long as the flow goes. And it is connecting to your higher aspects, removing blockages, whatever you want to clear. And very often at the end, I'm asking the person, client, there are some any other questions they have, and generally mostly of the time, all that question they may had in their mind was covered through channeling I receive. Fortunately, I have to stop now. I see this here now. Wait, I have a sip of my water here. Don't want to break this link here, but if you're interested to book in a soul reading, I'm available. You can visit me on angelbeyond.com. I have an Instagram channel as well. And if you're an artist and fan of artists, I also represent radiant artwork with a higher frequency. But this is another time. So my guys, people, friends, I'm closing this sharing with you today, now, and I hope it's up and running very soon. Until now, until next time, much love, beautiful experience, connect to your heart. This is always a message coming through. The sacred space of the heart is very important. Stay aligned in your truth. Bye for now.